Good evening, everyone. The mayor of one of Idaho's most tourism-driven cities is fighting for his local restaurants. Mayor Hyrum Johnson of Driggs is trying to get lawmakers to pass a bill that would allow all resort city food establishments to sell hard liquor. Chelsea Brensel in Driggs today digging a little deeper for us. So right now all of them can serve beer and wine, but not other alcohol. Why is that?
Well, Carol, it dates back to the Prohibition. Century-old liquor laws keep the majority of them from selling hard liquor because of the population. The mayor and others who own restaurants say the bill needs to pass in order to keep up with the times and to be fair. The Teton Mountains, a range full of some of the best ski slopes in America. At the base of the mountain, the small city of Driggs, where many local businesses face a big problem.
I've actually had tables come in and sit down and look at the happy hour specials that we have going and ask, well, what do you have for liquor options? And when you tell them we're not able to serve liquor, they've gotten up and walked out.
In Driggs, only 2 restaurants can serve liquor, which makes it difficult for dozens of other places to keep seats full.
The off-season in a resort town like this, when you have a customer walk through the door, the last thing you want to do is send them away or send them away disappointed.
This is a big issue for Driggs. In order to get a drink with their meal, they're forced to travel out of the city.
Mayor Johnson says there are more exception licenses in Teton County and a few miles down the road in Wyoming. Johnson says the worst part, the state's law actually puts more drunk drivers on the roads.
There are a lot of different coalitions or mindsets out there in the state and in the legislature. There are those who just oppose liquor, alcohol in any form, and there's a fair number of them who believe that because they choose not to drink, that nobody should drink.
After years of work, Johnson and others plan to present a bill to the legislature that he believes would solve the issue for Driggs and other resort cities in the Gem State.
We're asking that a few additional restaurants be allowed to, the high-end, high-dollar restaurants that service the tourist community, be allowed to add liquor to their menus as well. It's a question of fairness. It's a question of being able to present to the traveler the experience that they're looking for.
It's not about fairness. This is business and pushing things through the legislature. It's not a game that has to be fair.
Stuart Chisholm says if you want to get technical, the bill about to be presented doesn't make it fair because the requirements aren't the same.
There's a maximum of 3 drinks, and you have to choose the right menu items in order to get it. So if somebody doesn't want the right thing and they just want a salad and they can't get a drink, that's a very strange thing to have to explain to your table.
She believes if a bill is going to be passed, it shouldn't be this one.
Make it so it makes sense and not so many loopholes, and it doesn't need to be this hard. We don't need to spend that much money on lobbyists or anything like that in order to push whatever their agenda is.
The plan is to present the bill to the legislature in just the next few weeks, so if it passes, it could benefit cities like Victor, Salmon, and Ketchum. Live in the studio, I'm Chelsea Brensel.
Interesting story. Thank you, Chelsea. Wyoming, Montana, and Utah have all updated their liquor laws from the previous errors, so we'll see if Idaho chooses to. All right.